Hello. On Eyewitness today, a 300-level student of the Lagos State University takes on a big task to provide sanitizers to 50,000 Nigerians. Lagos State government continues its drive to keep the state flood-free as the rains keep knocking. These and more on Eyewitness Report. I'm Chris Elems. She may not come across as one who is daring, judging by her looks, but she's got a big heart based on her action. Renu, the chemical sister, as she's fondly called on Twitter, is on a drive to ensure about 50,000 Nigerians who can't afford to buy sanitizers get at least a bottle for free. With support from some Nigerians who volunteered to be part after her first tweet about this venture came up, she's already more than halfway there. Join us.
This is my page, and this is the tweet. Then this is the tweet I tweeted, and see, I am a chemist. I can help in making hand sanitizer so we can distribute to people free. All we need is a isopropyl alcohol, glycerol, hydrogen peroxide, distilled water, spray bottles. Let's get a company to donate ethanol. Some people can't afford hand sanitizers. #fight COVID-19.
Just one tweet and a movement is born. Operation Sanitize, which aims at getting free bottles of sanitizers across to 50,000 Nigerians.
My name is Odwala Bolatito Olonrinu. I'm a 300 level student of chemistry department, Lagos State University. I go by the alias Chemical Sister on Twitter and on Instagram. I came about Chemical Sister because of my love for chemistry back then. Now my love has diminished, but back then I really loved chemistry. So when I got on Twitter, people were having lots of names. So I decided to form mine, which was Chemical Sister.
After the index case of COVID-19 was announced in Nigeria, the price of sanitizer rose astronomically, leaving some people unable to purchase the product.
Sanitizer that was going for about 1,000 naira was now going for 3,000, 4,000. So I felt if well-meaning Nigerians could produce these sanitizers in large amounts, it could actually go a long way. Because people that are still, they can't buy food, how do you expect them to be able to buy sanitizers? And the virus, once it affects one person beside him, it affects me. So it's not about, let me do my thing on my own. Because there's no how humans can be. We have to socially interact with one another. So I woke up. I tweeted on my handle, said my name, I am a chemist. Let's come together to produce hand sanitizers. We need ethanol, we need this, we need that.
The response came too quickly. In less than 24 hours after a tweet, Renu's timeline was flooded with volunteers and people wanting to contribute to the project.
I was first overwhelmed. Like, I didn't expect the response. People were saying, I'm in from Ibadan. I said, I'm not coming to Ibadan. This is just Lagos thing. It was a Lagos thing. At that point in time, though, I did not know how to make sanitizers. I was just banking on this thing should be easy now. Like, it shouldn't be so hard. I have never made sanitizers before. So people started responding, and someone came into my DM. His name is Mr. Amibo on Twitter. He said he wanted to donate to the project. I was at first skeptical, like, wait, hold on, don't go too fast. I'm not this, it's not yet fast. He said, no, wait, I like the initiative, I want to contribute. Then he sent me about 75,000 naira. I was impressed. Then I went back to my tweet that has gotten over 5,000 likes at that moment. Wow, I was overwhelmed, but because of the positive response I got from people on social media, I decided, okay, let's go ahead. That was on Monday. On Monday, I went to the market. I went to Ojota Chemical Market. I went to ask about the prices of those things. They were pretty expensive, especially the bottles, the containers, not even the ingredients this time around. And the ethanol. Ethanol online was going for around 200 to 300K at that point in time because of the need for sanitizers.
However, according to Zebulon, one of the volunteers, the rising cost of bottles and chemicals needed for production became a major challenge for Renu.
We had to organize a team to go down to Ojota. They went to Ojota, they looked for the price. They could not get the accurate price, but still they still converted the price down to about 14 naira per bottle, whereas people were saying that initially it was 20 naira, it was 18 naira, but we could not get a lower price. Then we had to contact her. She was like, there's nothing we can do, we can still try combating. But we went there the next day. When we got there, they were like, it is no longer 14, it is now 16 naira. We're like, but we came here yesterday, you said it was 14 naira. Like, no, the price of everything has increased. We're like, okay, we'll call that again, that we need, that the price has increased, so what should we do? Like, okay, we ran around, we still went around, but we went to a main supplier of those bottles. Then you're saying that since we are doing it for charity, that's going to supply us for 20 naira per bottle. Then immediately, we actually tubes. When we were buying it, we didn't think of how we were going to fill the tubes. We just had to buy because that was what we had. Then we had to buy about 1,000 pieces of those bottles. She transferred the money immediately.
No, the first day, people said we could get a company to give us ethanol because the ethanol price was quite high. So they mentioned name of about 2 to 3 companies, but the name that came to my head was Unichem Industries, because I don't know, I've never been here, but I said, okay, let me just come. I came here with the same positivity I was getting on social media, even though I was not that confident or brave. I met with the GM. The GM was very welcoming and warm. He said, okay, fine, since you are students of Lagos State University and this is what you want to do, I will give the ethanol you want to use. I said, sir, wait. He said, no. I'll give it to you. You want to make 50,000 and sanitizers? I will give them to you. I said, no, this is it. I was so happy that I felt like hugging him. He said, no, social distancing. No.
You want to see how it's fun?
I want to see how before I go home. This guy also look
Operation Sanitize. We are ready.
Operation Disinfect.
We are good to go.
A week after the first tweet, the first batch of bottles of sanitizers had been produced and ready for distribution.
Even myself, some that I took home, people always want, please, we need that sanitizer. Even the one they brought outside, they kept it somewhere, please, we need your. And aside the quality of the sanitizer, the fragrance, the quality of fragrance too is very, very high. So people want us to, okay, please, I need that hand sanitizer and everything. So about the quality is very, very high.
This coincided with a lockdown on Lagos, the FCT and Ogun states.
We got 5,000 more bottles where we at least relaxed. Now the lockdown began. Lockdown of Lagos, Abuja and Ogun began on Monday. That was when the real stress began, because on Monday the lead scientist here said, are you sure that you'll be able to continue production? Because how would you get here from your hostel? Is about like to and fro is about 56 kilometers. So how would you get here? I don't have a car. My other volunteers that stays at Ojo Zeblon, he doesn't have a car. So we don't have bikes, we don't have bicycles. So how would we get here? So I told him that there's one thing I'm positive of, which is it's not everybody that is going to go on lockdown. At least they are essential workers. And right now, at this moment in time, I'll count myself as an essential worker because people need the sanitizer. So I'm going to come out. He said, I hope the security operatives will not harass you. I said, don't worry, we'll come out. He was skeptical. He said, well, if you see that they're harassing you, just go back and probably when the lockdown lifts, you guys continue. I said, sir, we'll continue this production.
One of the major setbacks, I said, we trekked. I cannot underestimate that. We trekked. We really trekked. We trekked from Iyanoba to Okuko almost every day. The prices of buses were very high. We trekked. We went to Ogun State just to carry bottles. Ogun State, despite the lockdown.
To compound the situation, her Twitter handle, through which support came her way, was suspended, and fans dwindled, almost putting paid to her dream.
During the time my account was suspended, I had people telling other influencers that they used the term cashed out, that I have cashed out. Then probably I sold my account and ran away. I said, how can I sell my account? Listen, my name is out there. My picture is out there. A good name, I believe, as I was trained up and brought up, is better than anything else. How can I spoil my name for money? You just, how can I run away with the public money that was given to me? No. Then after my account was suspended, after I I got my account back, some of my teammates were, I mean, some of the admins and my volunteers were believing that I should bring out of the money and share it to them. From the 23rd of March, my account suspension was lifted on Friday. Today is 17, so I think now it's around 14, 13 or so. So it's just, and that's like almost 1 month and a half gap. So the people had waited, I imagine that they've waited, and when they were not seeing anything from that account, they've got, but the response were coming back. Some, I've seen like 5 to 10 responses saying, wait, how was the sanitizer project? How did you do? But I made sure that I opened another account then. So I was uploading the videos and the pictures on the other account.
Because production and filling of the bottles were manually done, not much could be achieved daily. She and the team also had to contend with the challenges of distribution.
We had some Ziplocs and then some 30 ml, 50 ml. And we had about more than 250 to the market. And then we were giving it to these people because we knew that hand sanitizers, the prices had hiked. And, you know, the common man would want to think about food. We thought about all of that. And that was why we said, okay, let's make it for free. And now we went to the market and we discovered that they don't really care. That's not their problem. Even they were selecting which one was bigger than the other. And looking at, oh, you give this person Concom, you give me nylon. It was crazy. They didn't really want to know. And then we had one issue like that. Some boys, I think they were part of the hoodlums in the market, and they saw we were giving to people at the stores and the old women, and they came, hey, you know, why you go to share this in the market? We are our own. And then they dipped hand in the carton that we used to. It was fulfilling because we got to give people hand sanitizers, but that those incidents made me believe that really a lot of people don't care. I mean, I don't know if they don't have access to the TV or they just don't care, all right? But it made me believe that a lot of people don't care.
So they prefer what?
They prefer food. They want to give them food.
At the moment, Renu, the chemical sister, has been able to produce and distribute about 30,000 bottles of sanitizers across the various states of the country. 20,000 bottles shy of a 50,000 mark.
Producing the hand sanitizers it's easier said than done, because after producing it, then you have to start filling it into like minute bottles. We didn't have enough hands, so at times to be just one of us, at times to be just 2 of us. Now filling those thousands. So we were able to reach the 30,000 targets, and that's still it's still 20,000 short of the 50,000 targets. Why we couldn't reach the 50,000 targets? Because our own ingredients finished. Our carbopo finished, our fragrance was finished first, and our carbopo finished. And like the carbopo is a major ingredient we needed for the sanitizer production. So to reach the 200,000 targets, we need more ethanol. Unichem has already tried their best in doing everything they can for us. So we couldn't as well impose on them to give us more. So if we're doing more, definitely we have to patronize them. Even if they know we are doing it for free, and they would probably reduce the prices for us. We need carbopo, we need triates, and we need hands. And that's just all we need.
While Renu and her team hope they get all the support needed to be able to reach the 50,000 mark, the experience so far has left them with vital lessons.
My major message to the youths, most especially, when you have the opportunity to bring out the value in you, just go for it. Most people wait for people to come and wake them up and say, this is your time to shine, this is your time to do this. No, when you have an opportunity to bring what you've learned so far, to bring it into practice, you should not hesitate to grab that opportunity and just go for it.
If you have the capacity and the capability to do something in your own small way, you can do it. You don't have to wait on let the government come and do it. During the lockdown, I heard so many, the government is not doing this, the government is not doing that. Yes, the response of the government was quite poor, But what have you done to help?
While the story is still unfolding, a vital lesson to take away is that every idea can become a reality if we have the courage to take the first step. The Lagos state government has commenced the clearing and dredging of all drainage channels across the state, which will continue till September. Now, this is according to the State Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Mr. Tunji Bello, who made this known during an inspection of some drainage channels in the state. Mr. Bello stated that the cleaning and clearing exercise have been designed to ensure that water flows through all the drainage channels unhindered all year round. Join us for this report. Lagos State is a coastal city with about 176 primary and secondary water channels. Year in, year out, the state experiences massive flooding during the rainy season, a situation blamed on poor drainage systems. But this year, the state government is taking proactive measures to prevent the ugly scenes that come with the rains. As such, the Ministry of Environment is visiting localities with drainage channels to ensure a free flow. The first port of call is the Yaya Battle area in Ogba, where drainage channels have already been cleared. The challenge here are buildings erected along water paths.
You know, we've been to some places we complained. We've been to some places we found very good. The places where we saw that they've not done enough work, we have asked them to go back and do particularly the Yaya Battle area. So we have asked them that say we are coming back in another 1 week to come and look at it because we are not satisfied with the work. And we've been to other places where they've done a perfect work, like this place, for example, and so on. So it's an ongoing process. It's going to be haunted till September. We're going to keep monitoring all the drainage channels in Lagos, all over Lagos. We are working on all the local governments in Lagos State. The governor wants us to cover every local government. No local government will be left out, I can assure you. Government is fully prepared, and you know it's an ongoing process. So we'll come back again. It's going to rain it's going to rain heavily, particularly from July and August and so on. Wherever there will still problems may still arise some places. So there may be need to revisit some of those places and so on. So you can't really say, okay, we are 100% flood free now, depending on the momentum of the rain. We are also asking the members of the community as well. If they have complaints of people dumping refuse illegally in drains and so on, they should call us or call our people and so on.
Further down is the Iju Road collector drain. The team is not pleased with the site that welcomes them.
Well, you need to create that enough setback. That's why those things are now going back.
At the Ajuwon axis, the swamp bogey claws through the water, taking out the weed and other debris, impeding the free flow, while expanding the channel.
We are glad seeing this job being done now, because during the rainy season, it's a big problem. During the rainy season, it's a big problem. Flood is too much. We normally carry houses here. You can see the way you people are working now. We are glad that you people have come for our aid to assist us to see that this flood is no more going to disturb again.
Move away from there. Who moves right now? Come back there now.
No, it was here.
the past years, we have a lot of any small rain, you see the whole community be flooded. We have lost many of our members. We have lost a lot of houses. Many have decided to leave the community. So, and it's not only this community. We have a lot of communities that benefited from this program. Even in Ogun State, if you look at the back, those we have 5 communities at that back belongs to Ogun State. They also benefited. We have a lot of communities here. Apart from this CDA, we have other CDAs that benefited. We have Fred William Estate CDA. We have Rukoma, other CDAs that benefited from this program that they did for us. But with this, we are very grateful to the government. That is the reason why we wrote a letter of appreciation and we were able to present what we have presented to him.
A major challenge in all of these are the encroaching buildings, and the state government appeals to residents to also show responsibility by not erecting structures without necessary approvals.
People who should know better, they'll just come and park their cars here and drop these things and go away. You see, we have to evolve this attitude of knowing how to do these things. You know, it's not rocket science. If people should be conscious of their environment. We would raise these things every year, almost every year, because people are not living up to expectation. People you think they should know better are not doing what they are supposed to do. But it's not only the work of the government, because we don't come here all the time. You have the CDAs, you have the local government chairman, you have the councillors, you have so many people working. These people should work together in tandem to help the government.
It's a very simple thing. If you want goodness, there is somebody to pay. So whoever that has willingly built within the right of way of the channel would have to willingly remove the property. But if they will not willingly do, we will do it for them. That's what we're doing. I mean, we're here now, you've seen that we've identified property that we've marked to be removed, which definitely by the time we come again, they will not be there anymore. Because we need to give water its rightful place and enough space to walk, to move. If you don't prepare for rain, if you don't prepare for the likelihood of runoff, then that's where flooding happens. But if you have gone to a water habitation to build, definitely you're going to face flooding. But we are now here to say, okay, hey, give water its space and let water flow normally. So we are really on top of infraction. There is no way we're working now that we're not getting back the entire right of way. That's what we're doing. We are at Baton, we are working there. We are Ilo now, we're going to work on Ilo. All about the state where we're working, we make sure that any infraction is removed.
The Nigerian Meteorological Agency predicts about 3,000 millimeters of rainfall this year in the south of the country, a near normal prediction, according to the agency. But the Lagos state government is not taking any chances, which is why this exercise is top priority. Don't forget, you can always be part of Eyewitness Report by simply sending all your photos and videos to our Eyewitness portal. If you don't have the app, just go to our Google Play stores and of course download the Channels TV app. Follow instructions on how to upload your story after launching and swiping to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and then upload your story. Don't forget to add contacts and locations. That's the only way we can follow up on your story. Now let's see what you already uploaded for the week. Our first video shows a slum in Okpebi, in the heart of Ikeja, Lagos. Our eyewitness is concerned about the security threat this poses to the entire neighborhood. He claims all sorts of untoward activities take place in the area and would therefore want the security agencies to come comb it. Next is this video showing members of the National Youth Service Corps joining their voices together to preach the message of safety in this era of COVID-19. The next set of photos shows a slum called Aro Village in the Jokonde roundabout area of the Lekki Beach. The settlement was raised recently. Our eyewitness says the fire incident was started by two rival court groups. He adds that a number of persons died while others were injured as a result of the conflict. And finally is this video and pictures showing how erosion is eating deep into the lives of the residents and indigents of Achina in Anambra State. The people are worried that anytime soon they won't have anywhere to call home and therefore implores the Anambra State government to please reach out to them and save them from the ravaging erosion. Now, those are your photos. Do keep them coming. Next week, definitely, we'll be back again. Till then, I'll keep my eyes on you.